Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be looking at Batman today. Now, again, I don't normally do these sat in front of the camera and stuff like that, but for those that aren't aware, I'm currently in the process of organising and making a short film. So my time's kind of all over the place. So recording like this is just a little bit quicker. It condenses my time. So I do apologise. But there have been some leaks. Now, I want to revert back to a very funny video that we saw a while ago. It actually came out across the weekend. Then I also want to show you the new stuff. Now, the video is hilarious, and we need to touch on it because it also sets up everything else. Across the weekend, we had revealed Batman, full bat costume, and the bat cycle, or bat bike, whatever you want to call it. Because there was a stuntman spotted in... I think it might have been Scotland. It was up north somewhere. Anyway, and we also had what looked like Catwoman. It's going to be Catwoman, okay, or the stunt woman for Catwoman, the actress. So, I mean, the video is just hilarious. This is very clearly a guy that's not used to. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether they get stuntmen from the States or not. But if it's a stuntman from the States, he's really not. He's either not used to the bike or he's not used to our weather in England. But it is hilarious, and it went everywhere. So we're just going to show it now, and you'll see why I'm showing you it, because it's quality.
I'm riding this bike. I'm riding a motorbike.
So he just falls off. No. I can't believe it. You can see the moment he starts to skid. It's obviously gone down too much. Like, it's not dated. Obviously, no one was hurt, and there's no major controversy here or anything like that. It's just very, very funny. But the other one, the person riding next to him, is going to be Catwoman. We saw her in these images here, which were all posted up all across the internet. Now, I'll just scroll this down. So you can see costume. A lot of people don't like the costume. I understand it. I personally quite like it. And you've got to remember there's going to be a lot of post-production work done on these costumes. A lot of post-production work done. They're not going to look like this in the end product. Most of the Bat costumes look dumb in daylight. But overall, I like it. And I would imagine they're going to CGI a cape on. But this is Catwoman. There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to be Catwoman. There were some images of her with her visor up, the actress or the stunt actor, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. Like, I think it all looks good. I can appreciate that there's some people that don't like it, and I get why. So there was that, which was across the weekend, that video, which was utterly hilarious. And then there was this, which... it just goes to show us a little bit more of a closer look at what was on the Batman's costume, like what was on the gauntlet kind of thing, right? And it is interesting. I mean, what can we see here? They look like a projectile weapon of some sort. Not overly sure what for. This looks to be some communication device. But again, some of this stuff could be rigged up for the shooting. We actually don't know. To me, it looks like a form of a communication device. I like the gauntlets. I like this. It's very year zero. A lot of people are like, I want it to look like comic book, blah, blah, blah. It is very year zero. Interestingly, he's got tracking dots on his face. Now, and I do think that is interesting. This is the stuntman, right? And he's got tracking dots on his face, which will either be from where the cowl needs to sit, or I think it is the cowl, isn't it? I think, and whatever, where the mask needs to sit, or they're going to be doing something with his face. But it is interesting. Here you go. Here's the actress. Here is the very, very clear stunt double for the woman that is playing Catwoman. Now, again, I don't hate it. I think it all looks perfectly fine to me. I do find it utterly hilarious that he fell off his bike. But all in all, it looks good. We'll just have a look here whether we can see any of those dots. I don't think we can. No? Okay, no, we can, actually. So there are tracking dots on his face. So they're going to be doing something CG there. So again, for everyone that really hates the look of this, just remember, there will be CG. They're doing something there. The tracking dots tell us that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have it. I don't know quite what they're doing there. So, but anyway, like I say, these images are cool. Gives us a closer look at what is on his arm. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, though. What is it? What do you think these are? Projectiles of some type? If so, does this go against his normal sort of run-of-the-mill approach of, you know, not using guns and weaponry and things like that? Like I say, it's very year zero. It's very, very year zero. And also, I did hear a rumour that this is not the only costume we're going to get in the film. I heard a rumour that what we're going to be seeing, actually, is his sort of early days, so year zero, to near fully fledged Batman. That's what I heard. I don't know, I can't speak of the validity of it, but that is what I heard, and it makes sense. But it's dependent on how long the movie's going to be for that to make sense. Now, the other thing is, and this has been taken down online everywhere, so we'll reload this. It's been taken down online everywhere. There may have even, oh, okay, so it's still up here. Perfect. Now this is sort of a spoiler now, so click off the video if you don't want the spoilers. But this has been taken down all over on Twitter, right? So it's legitimate, okay? It is a full-blown spoiler. There's no doubt about it. It's a spoiler. This is a Riddler victim. Now, the encoding software I'm using to do all of this and the compression of YouTube, you may not be able to see this, but it's a guy with duct tape all over his face and writing on it, which does say, "No more lies." Now, this seat here is, without a shadow of a doubt, the seat that was in the original shot of the when we had the panel board revealed for Batman, when Matt Reeves revealed that. This is the same seat. Okay, back to back, they are exactly the same. Now, this doesn't really tell us an awful lot. It does tell us that we're getting a very, very active Riddler in this film. And with the actor behind it, love it. I think that's great. I think that's absolutely epic. Now, I heard another rumour. Don't know how the validity of this, but I heard another rumour that there is heavy elements of politicians being killed in this movie. This being one of them. No More Lies being representative of that. Now, again, don't know if it's completely true, but everything that we're seeing, I can imagine so. We've heard rumours that there's going to be a massive catastrophe. The mayor is going to be killed. We're going to have a funeral scene where the Riddler turns up, sort of jovial about it all and kind of mocking everyone. We know that Gotham is completely, you know, out of sorts. There's thugs everywhere. We've seen it. So I do think there's some legitimacy behind this. And the fact that we're seeing this with No More Lies, I think that's true. I think that's the case. I think ultimately a lawless Gotham is going to be one of the sort of the narrative elements as to why Batman takes up the mantle, among everything else, of course. But it gives him purpose, gives him a reason. And it also kind of brings the Batman into, not modern day, but it adds a new dimension to Batman. And yeah, we've had those dimensions before, don't get me wrong. But politicians being an aim, you know, being targets and stuff like that, is interesting. I think it's quite good. I think it's a new sort of element and stuff. So this is definitely a Riddler's victim. I've got no doubt about that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about all of this? Let me know down below in the comments section. If you are new here, then please do hit subscribe. Please do check out my GoFundMe for my film. It is left in the description box. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Give this video a like and a share. I've been Mr. H. Take care.